Hey credit warriors, welcome to the show, and it's Saturday morning and we have a brand new credit card to talk about, the Capital One Venture X. Now news broke about this a couple of days ago, so you could say I'm slightly late, but in this video we're going to go into a lot of detail about the card and looking at all the benefits, and then we'll analyze first year value and second year value after that, okay, right at the end of the video, so do stick around for that. So anyway, first of all, what does the card look like? Let's check that out. So it is the Capital One Venture X. It's minimalist. Minimalist is in style these days. It's just this dark blue, kind of a little bit of a gradient on there, and this beautiful Venture X. And it's funny, like, when they were thinking up the name, I'm wondering, like, what would their thought process? I mean, they can't use Platinum because their lowest card is called Platinum, all right? And, if you have your highest card called Platinum, that's basically just copying the Amex Platinum. They can't use Reserve, that would be copying the Sapphire Reserve. So, maybe like, ooh, well, we've got the Capital One Venture 1. We've used a number. Let's use a Roman numeral. How about the Capital One Venture X, all right? Maybe they'll have some partnership with the next X-Men movie or something, all right? A little attempt of humor on a Saturday morning. Anyway, let's actually get into talking about the details of this card, starting with the sign-up bonus, because it is a huge sign-up bonus, all right? Here we go, 100,000 Capital One miles, and that is for spending $10,000 in the first 6 months. So it is quite a high spending requirement. It's a lot higher than, say, the Chase Sapphire Reserve a few years ago when we had 100,000 points. So 10,000 in 6 months, obviously it's 6 months instead of 3 months. That works out at $1,666 per month that you have to spend to get the bonus. So the spending, although 10,000 sounds a lot because it's on 6 months, it's not actually much higher than a regular bonus at all. Actually, it's the same price, okay? So normally you'd have like 50 or 60,000 points for $5,000 in spending in 3 months. So that's also $1,666 per month. It works out at 10 points per dollar. So that's not super huge bang for your buck. But obviously it's better than normal earning rates. So anyway, that's kind of a bonus. But in addition, you get a $200 statement credit for vacation rentals, Airbnbs, Verbos, etc., and that's in the first year. Now this is a limited time, presumably for the launch, okay, a limited time offer. So in the future, who knows what it's going to be? I don't think 100,000 will stick around forever as well. So you go 6 months down the line, it'll probably be 50 or 60,000 without the statement credit. But right now, 100,000 Capital One miles, which at a minimum are worth $1,000 through the travel portal. If you transfer out to airlines, and there are 17 airline and hotel transfer partners, it can be worth 2 cents per dollar average value, 2 cents per point average value or more. So could be worth up to $2,000, and then you got that $200 credit. All right, so that's the bonus. Let's now get into some of the other aspects of this card, okay? So first up, I think we're gonna have the point earning on the card, which is always need to analyze the point earning, see if it's worth it. To be honest, I find this a little bit disappointing, okay? Let's have a look. So point earning, you earn 10 points per dollar on hotels and car rentals booked through the portal. You earn 5 points per dollar on flights booked through Capital One's portal. And you earn 2 points per dollar on everything else. Now, that 2 points per dollar on everything else is great, okay? I love to see that. That's the same as the Venture card. It earns 2 points on everything. But the 10x through the portal and the 5x through the portal, there's some problems with this, okay? So 10x through the portal on hotel and car rental. The big problem with that is when you book hotels and car rentals through travel portals, you do not benefit from your status with the hotel or the car rental company. For me, that's a big thing, all right? If I book a Marriott hotel and I'm Marriott Gold, I've got that through the Amex Platinum, I want my gold benefits. Last time when I stayed at the W, they put me in the sort of dark, crappiest room, and I went to the desk, I'm like, look, I'm a gold member, why are you doing this to me? And they were like, oh, well, you booked through, the portal, so you don't actually get your gold benefits. They just said it right out to me. So it's really annoying. Same with car rental, I'm National Executive Club, you can pick any car in the executive area, but if you book through a portal, you don't get the benefit of that. With flights, however, you do. So 5x on flights, as long as the price is right through the Capital One portal, it would be worth booking it to get 5x on flights. This matches the Amex Platinum, etc. And so yeah, you can still generally enter your frequent flyer number with that airline and get your member benefits with that airline, okay? 2x and everything else, that's awesome, because that's kind of like a catch-all card. The one thing I will say about this, though, is there's already the Venture that earns 2x and anything else. I don't know whether they're gonna have a rule like the one Sapphire rule, where it's only one Venture, okay? A little bit early to say, maybe there will be. But I would prefer to see some bonus categories that are more everyday, like travel, dining, supermarkets, something like that on this card for maybe 3x and 1x and everything else. And then you could have the other venture card, the regular venture, that's like your non-category card for 2x and everything else. That's kind of my opinion on it, okay? That's the way Capital One could get you to buy, get 2 cards, pay 2 annual fees, etc. Might work out good for them, good for you. All right, now let's look at the next benefit of this card, and that is a $300 travel credit, which is really awesome. And this travel credit, in its sort of ease of use, it fits in between the Amex airline credits and the Chase Sapphire Reserve travel credit. You see what I mean? So it's $300 a year for bookings through Capital One Travel, okay? You'll get refunded $300. The Amex Platinum or Amex travel credits in general, they are for airlines, they're incidental fee credits. You can't use them for booking tickets, so they're pretty hard to use. You can only use on one airline. It's for things like checked bags, etc. The Chase Sapphire Reserve travel credit, super easy to use, valid for any travel. You just get refunded $300. So this one kind of fits in the middle. I would say, if you are a regular traveler, I would be able to find $300 worth of travel to do booking through the portal. Maybe you want to stay, like if I'm a member of a hotel chain, I'm not going to want to book through the portal. But let's say I go somewhere for a weekend away, I book at some hotel that's not part of some larger chain anyway, so I'm not going to get any special benefits. I could easily just do $300, maybe it's 2 nights, $150 a night through the portal and get that $300 back, okay? Obviously, it needs to be a trip that you were gonna do anyway, otherwise you're doing extra spending and you're not really offsetting the annual fee. But yeah, I think I could easily use that $300 travel credit. We'll talk about offsetting the annual fee a little bit later in the video. All right, now the next thing is anniversary bonus, and this is really clever. So you get 10,000 points every anniversary, starting at the beginning of year 2, okay? So starting after your card's first 1-year anniversary. And I think this is cool because it kind of means that Capital One's never going to need to offer retention bonuses, retention offers on this card, okay? Now, if you don't know what retention offers are, normally when your credit card is about to renew, you can phone up and say, hey, if I don't cancel and I keep for another year, will you give me some points or some money or something, right? Chase offered me $150 to keep the Sapphire Reserve open earlier this year. But with this, if you phone up, they'll just say, well, you're getting a 10,000 point anniversary bonus for keeping it open anyway. So we don't, we're not offering any retention offers, okay? That is the retention offer right there. Everyone gets it every year. So I think that's a pretty cool little way of dealing with it, and Capital One doesn't need to have phone support to actually offer out these retention offers. It's just built in as standard, okay? Pretty cool. Right, let's look at the next thing, and that is lounge access, all right? So you might have heard about the new Capital One Lounge that's just opened at DFW, Dallas-Fort Worth in Texas. You can access the Capital One Lounge with this card, and you can bring in 2 guests. You'll also get access to 1,300 Priority Pass lounges, okay? Not sure about the guests on Priority Pass lounges yet, but yeah, I mean, that's definitely a good thing considering that the annual fee on this card is quite a bit lower than some of the other, what I call tier 4 cards, okay? Premium credit cards. We'll talk about that in just a second. Let's now look at the next thing, and that's authorized users, okay? You can add up to 4 authorized users for free, all right? That is actually really good. That beats a lot of other cards in this tier. And guess what? Your authorized users get access to Capital One lounges with up to 2 guests of your own. So funny little statistic here, I was working this out. If you do add 4 authorized users and you have your card yourself, you could potentially get 15 people into a Capital One lounge on the same day, okay? If each of your authorized users brought 2 guests and you brought 2 guests, that's a total of 15 people. Kind of funny, but obviously you probably wouldn't ever do that, but yeah, that's just the statistic there. All right, let's look at the next point, which is you get global entry and TSA pre-check on your card's anniversary, so it's $100 credit every 4 years. That's actually a very, very standard thing. And we did mention the annual fee. So what is the annual fee on this card? It's $395, which is actually pretty cheap for what I call a tier 4 card, all right? I'm putting this card in the same tier as the Amex Platinum, as the Chase Sapphire Reserve, Citi Prestige, etc. But it's kind of like a tier 4 light, okay? Which is kind of cool. I think there's a market for this, especially when all those other credit card companies are raising the fees. Some people, it's out of reach of some people who, back when tier 4 cards always used to be a $450 annual fee, they used to all be $450. Some people probably miss those days and they feel that it's too expensive now, they can't justify it. So there might really be a kind of sweet spot in the market for this. So in a moment, we're gonna talk about the year one value and the subsequent value and offsetting the annual fee. We're gonna go do a deep dive into that data. But first of all, if you have a credit card, a really great way to organize information about all your credit cards in one place is the app Max Rewards, okay? They've been a sponsor of this channel for years. I always like to plug their product, okay? Basically, they do a soft link with your bank, okay? Kind of through Clyde or whatever it is, I forget what it is. But they link up with your bank and they display all your balances, your credit utilization, your rewards balances, etc., all in one place. So you can keep track of all your credit cards in one app. And they use bank level encryption, and you can see here, you know, it's a must-have for anyone with multiple credit cards. It's a digital wallet. They partner with all of those banks, so all the major banks in the US market. And basically, it's a great way to earn the maximum rewards from your credit cards, okay? They have a function where they'll show you which card in your wallet, so it's tailored to you, which card to use where, in which local business or in which category to get the highest level of cashback or points or whatever you're earning. The Max Rewards Gold, the gold version, can actually even activate your Amex offers for you so you never miss a deal, okay? It's really cool. You sometimes use an Amex offer and save like 50 bucks without even realizing it. You get home and you get an email like, wow, I used an Amex offer. So you can get a free month of Max Rewards Gold with my link below, or you can just download it and check out the free features. A lot of the features I talked about are free on the app. So do check that out, link is below. All right, guys, let's now move on to analyzing the first year and second year value. Okay, so here's the first year value. What we're gonna do, we're gonna add up all of the value of everything. So the bonus minimum value at 1 cent per point would be $1,000. Then you've got that vacation credit that you get first year, that's $200. Then you've got the travel credit, which is $300. And then you've got global entry, which if you got this card, you know, you'd probably use it first year unless you have global entry from another card, but let's just say you're using it first year. Now the total, adding all of that up, is $1,600. But then we have to minus the annual fee, which is $395, and that takes us to a total first year value, grand total, of $1,205. Now, obviously, if you transfer the points to airlines and you get higher value, then you're gonna get even more than that. But a minimum first year value of $1,205 is what you're gonna get from this card. Okay, so that's, in my book, that's pretty good. It's not as stratospheric as some of the recent Amex offers, but it is pretty good, okay? And considering this card is a much smaller commitment, it's only $395 up front as opposed to $695 from the Amex Platinum. It's definitely attractive. Let's now look at the second year value though. After the bonus is gone, is it all still worth it, all right? So second year value is here. So we've taken out the bonus, we've taken out the vacation credit, and all you have left is the travel credit, and you've got the anniversary bonus. We've also taken out global entry because you probably would use that first year. So total value is $400 minus the annual fee, $395. So grand total is $5 profit, all right? So you're actually in profit $5. So at a minimum, this card pays for itself if you use all the benefits, all right? So it pays for itself, you know, every year. It's actually not gonna cost you any money. So you could, in a way, say that it's a no-brainer. I wouldn't go as far as to say it's a no-brainer, but I think it's definitely going to appeal to people who perhaps are, you know, don't consider themselves quite rich enough for the Amex Platinum. Like they think it's a little bit of a stretch to give $700 up front and get the Amex Platinum. This is a great alternative to get a tier 4 card that gives you lounge access. It gives you some of the benefits. It earns some quite good, you know, levels of points on flights booked through the portal, hotels and car rentals, 10x. Obviously there's issues with that if you have status, so you might not want to use that, but at least 5x on flights for a much lower effective annual fee of actually positive $5. You're getting $5 back. So yeah, all in all, great product from Capital One. It's not going to be for everyone. Personally, I would be more inclined to go for something like the Amex Platinum, which I've already got, but for a certain sector of the market, I think this is actually really smart move by Capital One. They're undercutting everyone and they're giving you a sort of tier 4 light or entry-level tier 4 premium credit card in my 5-tier credit card tier system. If you don't know what that is, I got videos on it. I'll put it on the end of this video. So well on Capital One. Look forward to see it. Remember, it launches on November 9th, so do check it out. As always, please subscribe to our channel if you're new. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.